learn, grow. Live, learn, grow. Because that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to live through this experience. And then we're going to learn from it. And then we're going to grow. Because at the end of learning, you apply that knowledge to what you've just went through. And you grow. And the cycle continues. Today's topic is going to be basically about succeeding instead of defeating. So, the way I wanted to get into this today was kind of going through, I've been listening to, I go back and forth, I listen to some different stuff. I was listening to a lot of Eric Thomas today. And it kind of, as you listen to different things, ideas come to you, things come to you. You learn different concepts, you start putting things together. It's like puzzle pieces that you're grabbing from everywhere. Everything you do, you got to grab from somewhere else. You got to learn. Take those things you learn and apply them, because everything in your life that you experience will come to fruition in some way, shape, or form. I guarantee you. So succeeding instead of defeating. And so the concept of succeeding instead of defeating is the idea that we want to have a goal in mind, to lose weight, to succeed in our job, to get a promotion, to move up in a bench press, or to teach our kids how to read something. We have a goal in mind, whether it's small, whether it's big, whether it's monumental, whether it's not. The goals are set by ourselves because inherently we want to move forward. We want to progress. Nobody in here goes through life and doesn't at some point go, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. It happens. It's going to happen. So that's why we're going to talk about succeeding, because that internal want, that internal need, that is succeeding. The problem is that we often put ourselves in positions where defeat is guaranteed. I'll give you an example. I have this thing where I go to the gym and it's become part of my routine. Every day, you see, I'm still in my gym clothes here. You go to the gym, I work out, and it's part of my routine. But that doesn't mean that there's not days that I come and I want to go just sit home. I want to sit and watch some TV, play some games, just relax, just not do anything. It happens. It happens to me too. And the way I was able to curb that, when I was training myself, okay, when you, the way to succeed, the way to get to your goals is to develop habits, to form habits that will enhance your ability to get to your goals, will provide that yellow brick road straight to success. So, with me, I knew myself. And maybe there are people out there like me. And I knew that when I got home from work, if I sat down, if I laid down, if I relaxed, even for a minute, that was the window for me to go, you know what? Maybe I don't need to go today. Maybe I don't need to work out today. I worked out yesterday. I worked out the day before. I ate really well today. Whatever it may be, that sitting down, that comfort for one moment, opened myself up to failure. It opened myself up to being defeated. And so I developed this rhythm where when I got out of work, I would go straight to the gym. Right now, when I come out of work, if Jasmine's gonna be home, I go straight to the gym. I take my stuff to work, I go straight from work to the gym because I don't want to give myself a chance to be defeated. And if I come home, I don't sit down. No, I come home, I change my clothes, I throw my stuff in a bag, grab my shakes, and I'm out. Because as soon as I lay down, as soon as I sit down on that couch, turn on the TV for a minute, I'm giving myself the opportunity to be defeated. So what we're going to talk about is let's think about ways to avoid being defeated. We have our goals. Again, I'm talking about, let's say my goal was I'm going to hit the gym, I'm going to keep hitting the gym, and that's going to be my thing. I want to hit the gym at least 4 or 5 times a week. I will not let that be defeated. So in order for me to do that, well, then sitting down opens that window. And I don't want to open that window, Let's say, we'll stay with the gym theme. Let's say your goal is to go to the gym every morning before work. You see? Every morning before work. Now, in that situation, how can you be defeated? By being tired. You see, being tired gives you an excuse to want to stay in a little bit, sleep a little bit longer. You know what? Hey, listen, I'll go tomorrow. I don't need to get up at 5 a.m. I can go tomorrow. So how do we do that? Well, maybe we get better rest. Maybe we eat better. Maybe, we proportion our time better if that's our goal, is to go early, then we schedule everything else around that. You see? And I know it's not easy. Listen, I know it's not easy. Everybody's got lives. We got responsibilities. We got things we need to do. But these things that we need to do, they, like the goals, are all puzzle pieces that we need to figure out how to fit in our day. I was having a discussion earlier today based on a quote that I took where if you wanted to succeed, you needed to be able to, or you need to want to sacrifice sleep. Now, this spawned a bunch of comments, everybody with a valid opinion. Totally valid. Sorry. I lost my train of thought here. Yes, totally valid opinion. But the goal of that statement, the goal of that quote, the reason why it resonated with me is because in order to succeed, we got to sacrifice something somewhere. Again, your goals, your responsibilities, your chores, everything, they're all puzzle pieces. And in one day span of time, 24 hours, you need to fit those puzzle pieces in their places. And the question is, when you have a chance to say, well, hey, I could sleep for 3 more hours or I could go to the gym. What do I do? Well, those are the two puzzle pieces, right? You got to be able to sacrifice for one of them. If your goal is to go to the gym, well, then you got to sacrifice. If you want to study because you want to pass your exams, well, then you got to sacrifice something else. Maybe you don't hang out with your friends that week. Maybe you don't hang out. You don't watch some TV. You go, hey, you know what? Game of Thrones is on. That's cool. I'm not going to have it spoiled, but I'm not going to watch the episodes until I'm done. That'll be my reward for succeeding. You see, give yourself a reward for succeeding. Don't give yourself the reward before it. Because if you give yourself the reward before succeeding, how are you going to succeed? You have no motivation. So that's basically what we're going into. Come up with strategies for you. Strategies for you, that work for you. And guys, again, I'm streaming now. Hit me up on social media if you got a question, if you want advice. Listen, I'm open to helping everybody out because I took charge of my life. Okay? Backstory for those who don't know, and I'm sure this won't be the first time I ever mention this, but I used to be really, really big. I was a big dude. I was going through a lot of stuff, all right? Divorce, depression, whatever. Just layers of stress. And I had to take charge of my life. I had to get control of my life because I wasn't going to stay there and continue to be defeated. Once I knew that I needed to get control, then it was a matter of how. What is the recipe for me? And everybody has a different recipe, right? It's like a sauce, right? Like everybody can take the same recipe and go, man, I like that sauce, but you know what? Maybe I put a little bit of pepper, I put a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion salt, whatever it may be that works for you. We can start with a template, but ultimately the recipe needs to work for you. And so I said, I gotta get my life into order. I'm tired of being failure. Tired of being a failure. I'm tired of sitting at home. I'm tired of looking at myself in the mirror and going, my God, who is that person? I'm better than that. I'm better than that. And you're better than that. So I had to come up with my routine. And I was saying before, I didn't let myself lay down. That was part of my routine. I didn't let myself relax. I wasn't allowed to relax until I succeeded. And for every day, my goal was to hit the gym because at that point, that was what I wasn't doing that. So that was my succession. And when I got back from the gym, that's when I got my reward. You see? I earned my relaxed time. I earned that minute or two I got to just chill out. I didn't just give it to myself because. No, I didn't let myself be defeated. I said my goal for the day is to hit the gym. Boom, I hit the gym. I had to get my reward. That's what you got to figure out. You got to figure out, okay, what is it that I really want to do? And what is it that I want to accomplish? What is it that I want to achieve? How do I get there? Let's plan this out. Step by step by step, the ladder to success, that's how you do it. So again, coming up with my own recipe, I had to do my own thing. I had to figure it out for me. And so that's what I'm talking about for you guys. I want to help you guys figure it out for you. All right? Let's not let defeat be the mechanic that holds us back from succeeding. Let's not defeat be the mechanic that keeps us from going to the next level, the next version, the upgrade of ourselves. All right? This is my protein shake. I told you guys I came from the gym. Excuse me, sorry. So today, I really want you to task yourself. Say, hey, what's my goal for the day? And again, guys, you don't have to start big. You don't. Okay? Because you don't build a building with a building, right? A building doesn't just appear. No, it takes bricks. And every brick, that's a success. The second you put one brick down, you're succeeding towards your goal. And think like that, because a lot of people, and I know, listen, I've been there. I want to drop 100 pounds. Okay, so what do? Well, they hit the gym 7 times a week. They don't eat a damn thing. They are starving themselves and hitting the gym as much as possible. And guess what? They spend so much energy trying to put all their bricks to build this building that they get tired after the 3rd brick. And you know what happens after that? Failure. You fall behind. You're exhausted. You spend so much energy trying to get all these bricks together as quick as possible. But life, succession is not about how quick you get there. It's about if you get there. All right? Putting the bricks methodically, slowly, and with just the right amount of effort will get you further in the long run. So again, your goal is to lose weight. Fitness is the easiest thing for me to go to because that's the struggle I had. Well, one of the big struggles I had that I'll talk about today. Fitness was for me the struggle. Losing weight was the struggle. I was 222 pounds. I was a big dude. And losing that weight was the struggle that I wanted to overcome. So, diet, gym, whatever, those are my bricks. And I've done it before. I've been there where I go, man, that's it. That's it. New Year's resolution. It is time. Let's go. 7 days a week, I'm in there, Monday through Saturday through Sunday. We're in there, and we're busting our ass, and that's it. But you know what? How long that lasts? A week, 2 weeks? Think about the New Year's resolutioners. The stereotype for the New Year's resolutioners is that they only last for January. Why? Because they burn themselves out. You can't burn yourself out. You want to read a book? Okay? You got to study for your medical exams. You're not going to read the textbook in one night. How much are you going to truly process in that one night? Not much. But if you read one chapter, if you take the time for one day and say, in this day, I'm going to take that one chapter. And not only am I going to read it, I'm going to internalize it, I'm going to learn it, I'm going to live it. But then by the time you get to the end of the book and you've internalized every chapter, you don't have to worry about failing your finals because you've learned everything you needed to learn on the way there. You've internalized, you took the time to perfect your craft. So succeeding. Do not let yourself fall into bad habits. When you're trying to succeed and you notice you're not getting there, and you say, man, I don't get it. Every time I want to do this and I keep failing. Why are you failing? See, the way to learn from our mistakes is to see our mistakes. The biggest thing people have is they don't acknowledge that they're making the mistakes. They know that they're doing it wrong. But why? Right? And anytime you're doing anything, no matter what you're doing, ask yourself, why? Why am I doing this? Why am I failing? Why am I not succeeding? Why am I, why will get you places. I'll tell you right now, why will get you places. Okay? Why are you failing? Once you see it, and I mean see it, you look at your life, you look at the pattern in which you have created, and you're looking for, hey, okay, I take step A, I take step B, I take step C, but I don't make it to step D. Why don't I make it to step D? Well, between C and D, I do this, I do that, I get distracted, whatever. That's your failure point. Right? That's your failure point. That's your FP. That's your failure point. You don't want that. It's going to happen. But just because it happens doesn't mean we want it. Okay? So we take our FP, we take our failure point, and we go, okay, well, let's analyze. Let's break it down. And once we've broken it down, once you understand it, all right? Think of TV shows. They're always like, oh, well, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. They don't solve the problem until they understand what the problem is, right? Cop dramas, all that. They figure, oh, this is the problem. Now I understand. Now we know how to figure it out. Figure out your failure point, and then succeed by overcoming it. So take your failure point and break it down step by step. Break it to the molecule level in your head. Okay? Break it down and think, what is going on in this situation? What is manifesting this failure point? Why does this failure point exist right now? Is it because I'm taking this step instead of this step? Is it because at this fork in the road I'm going left when I should be going right? If you should be going right and you find yourself keep going left, Well, why are you going left? You see the word why? That's the integral part. Maybe you lead with your left foot, and so you're more likely to go to the left. Once you've seen that you lead with your left foot, you stop yourself. Before you go through the routine, you stop and you go, oh, I'm about to lead with my left foot, and that always leads me left, so I'm going to stop. I'm going to lead with my right foot. See what I'm doing? Your failure point, okay? It's not something to be afraid of. It's something to embrace, because we will fail. You can't succeed without failing. It's bound to happen. Nobody does something and it succeeds and then they're done. Okay? The only time you can succeed without failing is when you're comfortable with the lowest amount of success. That's it. Well, I want to take a step. I took a step. Good, I'm done. I'm going to sit here and die. Then, okay, sure, maybe you won't fail. But if you want to take another step, if you want to take a step after that and after that and after that, at some point you're going to miss that. You're going to fail. It's okay. Right? Say it with me, kid. It's okay. Failure is okay. Because without failure, we wouldn't get better at what we were doing when we succeed. Okay? So, your failure point, you break it down, molecule level, you get it, you understand it, you go, wow, I'm leading my left foot, I gotta go right. I wanna go right. Okay, so when I'm about to step my left, I stop myself. No. I go right. And now you've broken your failure point. And now, another brick down and you're building to success. What I'm saying might sound like common sense, and you know why? Because it is. It is common sense. The problem with common sense sometimes is it's not so common. We're all guilty of that. We know this is what we should do, but we don't do it. The question we never ask ourselves, I've said it, I'm going to say it again, it's 3 letters, or 1 letter in the alphabet. Why? Okay? To succeed, instead of being defeated, we need to ask, why are we being defeated? Analyze the problem, break it down. And then, next thing you know, you're succeeding. So yeah, basically, I mean, let's continue that stream. When we have a goal in mind, and again, you guys got to start small. Get yourself a small goal, an achievable goal. A small achievable goal will allow you to feel motivated to keep building goals. Again, I'll go back to the resolutioners, the people who want to go to the gym and they hit the gym as hard as possible for 7 days straight, for 3 hours every day, whatever. They burn out, and then you ask, well, what was your goal? Well, my goal was to lose 100 pounds. So your goal, when you started, was to lose 100 pounds. So you could have been going to the gym for 6 months, lost 50 pounds, and you know what you would have done? Failed. Why? Because your goal was set so high. And what happens? What happens when you don't hit those 100 pounds and you only hit 50? Well, then I failed. I'm no good. I failed. I wanted 100. All I got was 50. Let me ask you a question. Try this. I want to get 100 pounds. That's cool. That's the down the line goal. That's literally the top brick on the top of the Empire State Building after you finish building it. But first, we're going to say, I'm going to hit the gym once this week. Once. I don't hit the gym. I don't like the gym. So I'm going to just go once this week. Monday passes, you're tired. Tuesday passes, you're tired. Wednesday passes, you're tired. Thursday passes, you got a little bit of energy, so you go. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, same routine. You get tired. Monday comes around and go, man, you know what? I may not have gone 7 days this week, but I wanted to go one day, and I did. My small achievable goal was met. I succeeded instead of being defeated. So, and build on that, right? Like, if your goal is for one day, do that till you no longer feel gratified by it, right? Because at some point we want more. We're as human beings, we get hungry for success as we keep getting it, right? We do something and we succeed and we're like, man, I want more. I want to succeed more. That drive, that's when you start adding your goals, making them bigger, making them stronger. Don't start that way, You got to go through, med school before you become a doctor. You can't say, I'm going to go get my bachelor's and become a doctor, and if I don't become a doctor because I did my bachelor's, well, then I failed. No, because that's not how it works. Everything is incremental no matter what it is incremental. And when you realize it's incremental, you can break it down. You can take everything step by step. And your success is much higher. The likelihood of succeeding is much higher because you've set small, achievable goals for yourself. And if you set a small, achievable goal and you don't meet it, guess what? It's way easier to break down the failure of a small, achievable goal than trying to break down the failure of a huge, complex one. If I'm trying to build a building, and I say I'm going to put 1,000 bricks in this building, that's it, good. If I was succeeded when I put 1,000 bricks. Put the 1,000 bricks up, but the building falls. Which brick broke it? I won't know, right? There was so much going on that I never took the time to make sure that every brick was right. So any of those bricks could have broke it, and I didn't notice because I didn't take the time to process what I was doing. Had I said every day, hey, my goal this week is to put a brick down, and I put that brick down, I cement it, I put it down, I secure it, and I make sure, hey, this is exactly how it should be. Then if I fail, and that brick falls out, I'll know, oh, well, that was the brick I just put in. I know how to fix that problem now because it's that one brick. I'm not trying to sift through a whole building's worth, trying to figure out which one of these was not good, if any. Maybe they were all bad. You see, your failure point becomes larger as your goal becomes larger. And you don't want to start with a huge failure point that's so complex you can't break it down. It's like, think Looney Tunes. Oh, Bugs Bunny should have made a left turn at Albuquerque. If he made 40 turns, which turn guided him the wrong way? He won't remember because he just kept going. He didn't make sure that everything he was doing mattered. He didn't make sure that everything he was doing, everything he was trying to succeed at, that every step was a success. He was looking at the long-term goal. If I don't hit that long-term goal, it's not a success. And if you do that, you'll always fail. It's going to happen. So think of your failure points when you fail and set small, achievable goals for yourself. Every day. Okay, let's make a pact today. You're going to set a small, achievable goal for this week. Okay? Today's Monday. This week, we're going to do one small thing towards the large goal. One thing. Whatever it may be. Again, if you're trying to hit the gym, if you're trying to lose weight, one day this week. Just one day. Doesn't have to be 3 hours. Could be 10 minutes. As long as you step foot in that gym. Just once this week. Then you succeeded. Okay? So let's set that goal. Let's think about what our long-term goal is right now. Let's write it down. What is my long-term goal? My long-term goal is X. Okay? What are the steps to get to that? What steps can I foresee on how to get to that place? And from there, take the first step and break it down in half. How do I lose weight? I gotta hit the gym. Okay, fine. Let's break that down into smaller pieces. Smaller, consumable pieces. You don't eat the turkey in one bite. You gotta cut it, right? So let's do that. Okay, well, if hitting the gym is your goal, losing weight is your goal, hit the gym once this week. If you have to write a paper, write 1 page this week. 1 page. 1 page. If you gotta study, do 1 chapter in your book this week. And I guarantee you, if you do that, if you break down your problem into smaller problems, achievable problems, you will succeed. And if you hit a failure point, you will know where it failed and how to fix it. You will know the why. Okay? So that's our goal for this week in Live, Learn, Grow. This week we are going to set 1 small, achievable goal. It is Monday. By next Monday, I want us all coming back going, hey, here's my long-term goal, but I accomplished this piece today. Whatever it may be. Okay?